Yo, what's up guys? Cinci here, hopping at you all with my response to OMG's O-line discussion today. So, OMG wants to know if offensive line matters. Does quarterback matter? Does a running back matter? Does any position at all really matter? I'm going to say no. None of them matter worth a lick. But at the same time, I'm going to say yes, they all matter immensely. I think they all matter, but I think there are other things that matter more. I think user skill matters more. I think my play versus your play matters more. I think my adjustments versus your adjustments matter more. Overall, I would say offensive line is the position group that I value the least. I think a defensive line has far more value than an offensive line, because 9 times out of 10 you have a good defensive line, like they're going to win the battle. Like I have made my defensive line my primary focus, and for the most part, like, it's worked. Like, for the most part, my problem isn't, like, I know I suck, but my problem isn't my defense. My problem is my offense. And like I've been in a few games where, like, it looks like my defense sucked, but like when I play Wood and he picks me off 9 times, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm sorry defense, like that's on me. That's on me. I think a good defensive line for the most part will beat a good offensive line. And to be honest, I feel like there's only one person I have played that my defensive line doesn't win when I play him, and that's the Ravens owner. Every time I play him, like, I don't know what my defense is doing. Like, I don't know what my defensive line is doing. Like, I will send like 6 guys at him, but his 5 will beat my 6. Like, I don't know how he's doing it. Like, his offensive line kills me every time. Like, I can get no pressure on him. And look at his offensive line. Like, he only has 2 players on his offensive line that are ranked or rated above 73 overall. How is that garbage offensive line beating my defensive line? I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. My offensive line sucks. In the passing game, though, I don't really feel like I get sacked a lot. Maybe I do, I just don't notice it, but I don't feel like I get sacked a lot. But I make adjustments. Like, I know my offensive line isn't the best, so I make adjustments to prevent myself from getting sacked. Like, I'm not afraid to block 1 or 2 extra guys. Like, I'm not afraid to do what I need to do to give myself the time when I need the time, and when I don't have the extra blockers, I know I need to get it off quick. Like, I make the adjustments. And as far as running game goes, I'm sure a great offensive line matters. My running game in the beginning of this cycle was horrendous, and I feel like it's gotten a lot better. I still have games where it looks like I'm having a lot of problems, but when I want to run it, I feel like I'm able to run it at this point in the cycle. It's just I don't commit big to running the ball. Like, I just got killed by Wood in the last game I played, and like, I don't even know if I had positive rushing yards, but he went up on me like super quick. Like, I think like his first drive, he scored a touchdown or something. My first drive, I throw like a pick 6. My second drive, following the pick 6, I throw another interception, and then he's like up 3 scores, like not even halfway through the first quarter. I made no attempt at running the ball that game. No attempt whatsoever. I said, screw it. I'm going to try and pass. And that didn't work for me. I think as far as running the ball goes, understanding where the ball is supposed to go matters more. What really helped me in the running game wasn't improving my offensive line. Like, my offensive line still looks suspect, but it's a lot better than it was season 1. But what has helped me in improving my run game and being in a place where I'm comfortable now with the run game, it's the run game skill trainer. Like, I know that sounds like pretty lame, but I've been in the skill trainer, man, and like following, like doing the skill training repeatedly on the running game, like it teaches you like where it's supposed to go. Like in the beginning of season 1, I didn't know that, and that like an inside zone run was supposed to go between the guard and the tackle on the side that like the defensive tackle is like most far away. Like I didn't know that. I know that now, and like I see that, like when I see what I'm supposed to see, like I'll audible to the run that I'm supposed to run. Like I understand now what I'm supposed to call, when I'm supposed to call it. I understand what adjustments I need to make. I understand what to look for on the defensive line, and I understand where the holes are supposed to be. And I think understanding that is far more valuable than having a beast offensive line. I say that though, but then I look at Chuck, and I know like OMG like use Chuck as an example to say offensive line doesn't matter, and to that, like I kind of like take my hat off and like scratch the side of my head, OMG, because I would say that Chuck is an example that would say offensive line does matter. Like he's bent over backwards to build this stud offensive line, and yeah, like in the win-loss column, he's not doing the best right now. Like he's in the running for the BZ, formerly known as the Ryan Leaf Award. But when you look at his rushing stats, like it's been a few weeks in game because I've been on a bye and I've been bitter since getting killed by Wood. I haven't been paying too much attention to like all the stats around in the league. But last I looked, Chuck was the leading rusher in the league behind that monster offensive line that he's built. Ultimately, does offensive line matter? No. Yes. I think there are things that matter more. I think user skill matters more. I think you could give Bread the worst team in the league and he'd still be like, I'm Bread, sons. Like, you all step aside when he's like, Cousin Vinny, give me the controller. Like, it's done. It's done. Okay, it's over. He's gonna kill us all. I think user skill matters more. I think my play versus your play matters more. I think my adjustments versus your adjustments matter more. Though I would say it still has value. Personally, I value it the least out of all position groups, and I would say defensive line matters more than offensive line. Because, like, you may be able to run it on me, like, 4 yards a pop here, 5 yards a pop here, 6 yards a pop here. But as soon as my defensive line blows up one of your plays, like, they're going to pin their ears back, and they're not going to stop. They're going to drain you of all your blood, and like you're not going to be doing anything. Like, yeah, you can nickel and dime me, but once my defensive line gets that stop and pushes you back, like, it's done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Defensive line matters more.